You've spent months planting, watering and caring for your garden. Now it's overflowing with fresh vegetables, fruits and herbs. But here's the problem. You can't eat it all at once, and you don't want a single tomato, pepper or zucchini to go to waste. What if I told you there's a way to preserve your entire harvest without spending hundreds of dollars on fancy equipment? That's right. Today I'm showing you how to turn simple Dollar Tree items into powerful food-preserving tools that will keep your harvest fresh and delicious all year long. Welcome back to Timeless Gardening, where we make gardening easy, affordable, and rewarding no matter the size of your space or your budget. If you're ready to save money, reduce waste, and fill your pantry and freezer with beautiful preserved food from your very own garden, you're in the right place. Stick with me until the very end, because hack number 15 is my absolute favorite and could save you more money than all the others combined. And if you love learning clever garden and kitchen tips, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with a friend who also loves to garden. Let's help as many people as possible save money and enjoy their harvest. Hack number 1, freezer bag organizer system. One of the easiest ways to preserve a big harvest is by freezing it. But if your freezer is a chaotic mess, you'll end up with mystery bags of vegetables you can't identify months later. That's where this Dollar Tree freezer bag organizer system comes in. First, grab a few of those inexpensive plastic bins or file organizers from Dollar Tree. They're perfect for turning your freezer into a filing cabinet for food. Start by washing, trimming and blanching your vegetables. This step is important because it stops the enzymes that can make veggies lose color, flavor and texture over time. Once blanched, lay them flat in Dollar Tree's zipper freezer bags, gently press out the air, and freeze them flat on a baking sheet. Once they're solid, file them vertically in your bins. This hack doesn't just keep your freezer neat, it helps you save money and reduce waste. By filing your vegetables vertically, like books on a shelf, you can see every bag at a glance, so nothing gets buried at the bottom or forgotten. You can dedicate one bin for green beans, one for bell peppers, one for shredded zucchini, and so on, making it super easy to grab just what you need for dinner. Plus, organizing your freezer this way prevents you from buying duplicates at the store, because you'll always know exactly what you have on hand. This simple system will help you preserve more food, eat more of what you grow, and feel totally in control of your harvest. Hack number 2, DIY vacuum sealer. Alternative vacuum sealing is one of the best ways to preserve food for the freezer because it removes all the air that causes freezer burn. But a real vacuum sealer can be expensive, and replacement bags cost even more. That's why I love this Dollar Tree hack that uses nothing but a zipper freezer bag and a drinking straw. Here's what you do. After blanching and cooling your vegetables, fill the bag with your produce, but don't zip it all the way shut. Leave just enough space for the straw. Insert the straw into the corner of the bag. Gently press out as much air as you can with your hands, and then use the straw to suck out the remaining air. Once you've got it nice and tight, quickly remove the straw and finish zipping the bag closed. This simple hack creates a tight seal that keeps your vegetables fresher for longer, without fancy equipment. It works beautifully for everything from corn kernels, to shredded carrots, to cut up fruit. The less air in the bag, the longer your food will keep its color, texture and taste. Plus, this is a fun project to get kids involved with. They'll love helping suck the air out of bags before freezing. Just make sure to label each bag with the contents and date before laying them flat in the freezer. Over time, this little trick can save you a ton of money by preventing freezer burn and wasted food, all while keeping harvest organized and easy to use. Hack number 3, mason jar fermentation setup. Fermentation is one of the oldest and healthiest ways to preserve your harvest, and you don't need fancy crocks or expensive equipment to get started. Dollar Tree's mason jars are perfect for this project. To make a simple batch of sauerkraut, thinly slice your fresh garden cabbage and sprinkle it with a tablespoon of salt. Massage it gently until it begins to release its natural juices. Then pack it tightly into the mason jar, pressing it down with the back of a spoon, or even a small glass, to make sure the cabbage stays submerged under its liquid. You can use a small food-safe stone, or even a smaller jar, as a weight to keep the cabbage pressed down. To let your ferment breathe while keeping dust and bugs out, cover the jar with a Dollar Tree coffee filter, or a piece of clean fabric, and secure it with a rubber band. Place the jar in a cool, dark spot for a few days to a week, checking it daily to make sure the cabbage stays submerged. In just a few days, you'll have delicious probiotic-rich sauerkraut, ready to eat. This same method works for cucumbers, green beans, peppers, and more. Not only does fermentation extend the life of your vegetables, but it also adds a boost of gut-healthy probiotics to your diet. And all you need are a few Dollar Tree supplies to get started. Hack number 4. Dollar Tree Dehydrator Rack. If you've ever priced a food dehydrator, you know they can get pretty expensive, but you don't actually need one to start dehydrating your harvest. Dollar Tree cooling racks are a budget-friendly solution to create your own dehydrating setup, right in your kitchen oven. Start by washing and slicing your produce into uniform pieces so they dry evenly. Think tomatoes, apple slices, zucchini chips, or fresh herbs. Lay them out in a single layer on the cooling racks, which allow air to circulate all around the food, and then place the racks on baking sheets to catch any drips. Set your oven to its lowest temperature, usually around 170 degrees Fahrenheit, and leave the door cracked slightly, to let moisture escape. This slow drying process preserves nutrients and intensifies the flavor of your fruits and vegetables. After several hours, check for dryness. You want your produce to be crisp but not burnt. Once cooled completely, store your dried food in airtight jars or Dollar Tree zipper bags. Dried tomatoes can be used in soups and stews. Apple chips make a healthy snack, and dried herbs can be crushed and stored for seasoning meals all year long. The best part about this hack is that you can dehydrate in small batches as your garden produces, so nothing goes to waste. It's an easy, low-cost way to stock your pantry with delicious shelf-stable ingredients, without buying expensive equipment. Hack number 5. Mylar Bag Alternative. Using foil and zipper bags. If you've ever looked into long-term food storage, you've probably seen people using Mylar bags and oxygen absorbers to store their dry goods. They're great, but they can also be pricey and not always easy to find locally. This Dollar Tree hack uses aluminum foil and regular zipper bags to create a budget-friendly alternative that blocks light and helps keep food fresh. Start by portioning out your dried beans, rice, pasta, or even dehydrated vegetables into Dollar Tree freezer bags, pressing out as much air as possible before sealing them. Then wrap each bag completely in a layer of Dollar Tree aluminum foil, folding the edges tightly to keep out light and extra moisture. The foil acts as a light barrier, which is one of the biggest factors in food spoilage. Once your bags are wrapped, store them inside a Dollar Tree plastic bin, or even a clean 5-gallon bucket with a lid for an extra layer of protection. This system is great for anyone who wants to build up a pantry of shelf-stable ingredients without spending a lot of money on specialty storage products. It's especially useful if you grow and dry your own beans or herbs, because it keeps them tasting fresh for months. Just remember to label each package clearly, with what's inside and the date you stored it. That way you can rotate through your supplies and always use the oldest ones first. This is a simple, affordable way to take your food storage game to the next level and make sure your hard work in the garden pays off all year long. Hack number 6. Silicone ice cube trays. For herbs, fresh herbs are one of the easiest things to grow in the garden, but they also wilt quickly once harvested. Instead of letting them go to waste, you can preserve their flavor and aroma for months, using nothing more than Dollar Tree silicone ice cube trays. Start by washing and chopping your herbs. Basil, parsley, cilantro, dill or chives all work beautifully. Fill each compartment of the ice cube tray about halfway with the chopped herbs, then top them off with either olive oil or water, depending on how you plan to use them later. Place the trays in the freezer until solid, then pop out the cubes and transfer them to labeled Dollar Tree freezer bags for long-term storage. This hack is perfect because it makes cooking with your preserved herbs effortless. You can drop a cube of basil and olive oil straight into a skillet, to start a sauce, or add a parsley and water cube into a pot of soup or stew for fresh garden flavor in the middle of winter. Freezing in small portions means you only thaw what you need, preventing waste. Plus, the silicone trays make it easy to pop the cubes out without struggling. It's an affordable, space-saving way to enjoy the taste of your summer garden, even when the weather outside is cold and gray. Hack number 7. Dollar Tree Spice Jars for Seed Saving. One of the smartest ways to make your garden more sustainable and save money year after year is by saving seeds from your favorite plants. Dollar Tree Spice Jars are a surprisingly perfect way to store those seeds safely until next season. After your plants have finished producing, let a few of them go to seed and dry completely on the plant. Once the seeds are fully dry, collect them and remove any chaff or debris. Place the clean, dry seeds into the empty spice jars. The clear plastic makes it easy to see what's inside, and the lids keep them safe from moisture and pests. You can even reuse the little shaker tops for easy, controlled planting when the next season comes around. This hack is a win for organization and longevity. With spice jars, you can group all your seeds in one bin or drawer, and quickly check how much you have left before planting time. Use a permanent marker or Dollar Tree labels to write the seed variety and the date you collected them, so you always know they're fresh. Properly stored seeds can stay viable for years, saving you money on seed packets every spring. Plus, saving seeds from your healthiest, most productive plants helps you grow stronger crops that are naturally adapted to your local climate, all with a few simple supplies that cost just a couple of dollars. Hack number 8. Plastic tablecloths as drying mats. When it comes to curing and drying your garden harvest, airflow and cleanliness are key, and Dollar Tree plastic tablecloths are an inexpensive, reusable solution for creating large drying areas. Simply spread a few tablecloths on a table, counter, or even the floor of a cool, well-ventilated space. Lay out your onions, garlic, beans, or even herbs in a single layer, making sure they're not touching too closely, so air can circulate around them. The plastic prevents moisture from soaking into your table or floor, keeps dirt contained, and can be wiped clean or thrown away when you're done. It's an easy way to keep your harvest sanitary, while giving it space to cure properly. This hack is especially helpful for root vegetables and alliums, because they need time to dry before storage to prevent rot. You can leave them on the tablecloth for a few days, or even weeks, checking occasionally, and rotating them for even drying. Once cured, your produce will last much longer in storage, and keep its flavor. Dollar Tree tablecloths are large enough to handle big harvests, but they fold up small when not in use, perfect for gardeners with limited space. It's a simple, affordable way to process your harvest, like a pro, without creating a huge mess or using expensive equipment. Hack number 9. Shoe Organizer Produce Storage. If your pantry always feels crowded and cluttered once harvest season hits, this Dollar Tree hack is about to change the game. Grab a clear plastic shoe organizer, the kind that hangs over a door, and turn it into vertical storage for your produce. Place onions, garlic, shallots, and even small squashes into the individual pockets, keeping similar items together. The clear pockets make it easy to see everything at a glance, so you can grab what you need without digging through bags or bins. This vertical solution also frees up counter and shelf space, while allowing air to circulate around your produce, which helps prevent mold and rot. The beauty of this system is that it makes your pantry look neat and organized, while extending the life of your food. You can label the pockets with Dollar Tree chalkboard tags, or adhesive labels to make it even more organized. Because each type of produce is kept in its own separate pocket, there's less chance of bruising or cross-contamination, and you can quickly spot anything that's starting to spoil before it affects the rest. This simple $1.25 organizer is one of the most efficient storage hacks for gardeners with limited space, and it turns a plain pantry door into a super productive food storage station. Hack number 10. Clip-on labels and chalkboard tags. Keeping track of what you've preserved, and when you preserved it, is just as important as the preserving process itself. That's where Dollar Tree clip-on labels and chalkboard tags come in handy. Once you've bagged, jarred, or wrapped your harvest, Simply clip a label onto the container or tie on a chalkboard tag with a date and description. For example, write green beans, August 2025, or dried basil, summer 2025. This makes it so much easier to rotate your stock, ensuring you always use the oldest items first, and nothing gets pushed to the back and forgotten. What's great about chalkboard tags is that you can erase and reuse them over and over again, saving money and reducing waste. You can even color code your labeling system. Use one color for frozen goods, another for dried produce, and another for pickled items. This simple system brings order to your pantry and freezer, saves you from wasting food, and makes cooking much faster, since you'll always know exactly what you have on hand. It's a small step that creates a huge impact on how well you manage your harvest. Hack number 11. Salt and vinegar. For pickling. Pickling is one of the tastiest and most satisfying ways to preserve your harvest, and Dollar Tree has almost everything you need to get started. Their shelves are stocked with jars, vinegar, salt, and even measuring spoons. All you need to make a simple brine. Start by washing and cutting your cucumbers, peppers, carrots, or green beans. In a pot, combine vinegar, water, and salt to create a basic brine. Then bring it to a boil. Pack your vegetables tightly into the jars. Pour the hot brine over them, and seal with the lids. For quick refrigerator pickles, let them cool and then pop them into the fridge, where they'll last for several weeks and develop even more flavor as they sit. If you want to make your pickles shelf-stable for long-term storage, you can process the jars in a simple water bath canner, or even a large Dollar Tree stock pot with a rack on the bottom. This step seals the jars completely, so they can be stored in the pantry for months. The beauty of this hack is that you don't need fancy spices or special equipment to get delicious results. A little salt, a little vinegar, and some fresh produce from your gardens can turn into flavorful pickled snacks that are perfect for sandwiches, salads, or just snacking straight from the jar. Hack number 12. Vacuum seal bottles. For leafy greens. Leafy greens like lettuce, spinach, and kale spoil quickly, but this Dollar Tree hack can extend their life for up to 2 weeks. Simply wash and dry your greens thoroughly, then pack them into clean, empty plastic bottles with screw-top lids. Dollar Tree sells plenty of reusable water bottles that work perfectly. Gently press down to remove as much air as possible before sealing the lid tightly. The narrow bottle shape helps keep moisture levels balanced and prevents the greens from getting crushed like they might in a regular bag. Store the bottles in the refrigerator door, where they'll stay cool but not too cold. This simple trick keeps your greens crisp and ready for salads or smoothies whenever you need them. Plus, using bottles makes it easy to grab just the amount you want without exposing the rest to air each time. It's an easy, low-cost solution that reduces waste and helps you enjoy fresh, homegrown greens for much longer. Hack number 13. Cooling rack and baking sheet sprouting setup. If you want fresh greens even in the middle of winter, sprouting is the perfect solution, and you don't need expensive trays to do it. Dollar Tree cooling racks placed over baking sheets create a simple, effective sprouting station. Just spread a damp paper towel or piece of cheesecloth over the rack, sprinkle on your saved seeds or beans, and mist lightly with water. The baking sheet underneath catches any drips, keeping your counters clean. Keep the setup in a warm spot with indirect light, and rinse the seeds twice a day to keep them moist. Within a few days, you'll have crunchy sprouts or microgreens ready to harvest. They're packed with nutrients, and a great way to add freshness to salads, sandwiches, and soups when nothing is growing outside. This hack gives you a mini indoor garden for just a couple of dollars. Hack number 14. Epsom salt and rice. For moisture control. Moisture is one of the biggest enemies of long-term food storage, but you can fight it with a simple Dollar Tree solution. Fill small mesh bags, organza gift bags, or even old socks with a mix of rice or Epsom salt and tie them closed. Place these moisture-absorbing sachets in your pantry bins, inside storage buckets, or even alongside jars of dried food to keep humidity low and prevent clumping, mold, or spoilage. This hack is cheap, reusable, and works without electricity or fancy gadgets. Just replace the rice or Epsom salt every few months, or when you notice it has hardened from absorbing too much moisture. It's a simple way to keep your dry goods fresh and ensure your hard-earned harvest stays good for months. Hack number 15. Food Saver Gift Baskets. One of the most satisfying parts of preserving your harvest is sharing it, and Dollar Tree baskets and jars make it easy to turn your preserved food into beautiful gifts. Fill small jars with dried herbs. Place pickled vegetables or sauces in Dollar Tree jars, and arrange them in a basket with a bit of shredded paper filler. You can even tie on a chalkboard tag with the name of the item and the date it was made for a personal touch. This hack not only helps you share the love, but also keeps your pantry rotating. Nothing goes to waste when you give extras to friends, neighbors, or family. Plus, it's a thoughtful, budget-friendly gift that anyone would appreciate, especially around the holidays. You'll turn your hard work in the garden into something memorable and spread a little joy at the same time. And there you have it, 15 simple, affordable Dollar Tree hacks to preserve your entire garden harvest and enjoy your hard work all year long. From freezing and drying to pickling and organizing, you now have everything you need to keep your fridge and freezer stocked with delicious homegrown food. The best part is that these hacks don't just save money. They save time, reduce waste, and make you feel totally in control of what you eat. If you found these tips helpful, hit the like button and subscribe to Timeless Gardening for even more budget-friendly gardening and homesteading ideas. Leave a comment below and tell me which hack you're most excited to try, or share your own favorite preservation trick so we can all learn from each other. And if you know a gardener who's drowning in zucchini right now, share this video with them so they can save their harvest too. Until next time, keep growing, keep preserving, and enjoy the fruits of your labor all year round.